Good Sunday evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a great day. We
Howdy,
just had a
howdy.
we just had a thunderstorm roll through, a pretty decent one. So,
We had the floods rolling through last weekend, so
yeah. Hello, Lisa. Hi, Nate. How you doing, bud?
at
Love the
least
bull. Love the Boland's tractor, Nate. So, but yeah. We've been busy this weekend. Actually, we've been busy this whole past week. I've been helping my brother build that hunting shanty thing, hunting deer stand, 8x8 deer stand, 8 foot by 8 foot deer stand. So yeah, we hello Tommy, how you
hey,
doing, bud?
Tommy.
Uh, it's all built together, ready to be disassembled, loaded on a trailer, and shipped 2 hours south and installed. So uh, I went over today and helped finish up the. He had a window. He bought used windows for it, and one of the glasses. We think it was a replacement window or glass that they put in it. Didn't fit right, so we went and just got a piece of Lexan, put some silicone around it, put it in. Looks good as new. So uh, that we were talking about what we're gonna put. We're taking 3 trailers down. Taco Cat, what's up?
Hey, Taco.
But we're talking about what we're gonna put on each trailer. I'm like, I'll take my truck and trailer. It's smaller. We can put stuff on it, and because it's like way back in the woods, and that way he don't have to take his brand new truck back through the woods with an 8 foot wide trailer. You know, we can use my trailer, and uh, it'd be a little narrow, and put it behind the side by side. So that's the plan for now. But we're gonna leave here uh, Thursday evening, I think. Uh, yeah, Thursday evening, get down there. Then Friday morning, he's gonna go rent a big post hole auger thing, one of those stand on little Bobcat deals.
I see how he is now.
He's renting it, not me.
Well, Ed, you need to talk to him about sponsoring Ed's racing. Ed's pulling.
He is.
Man wants to make money these days. Quit building the.
He is sponsoring it. Plan B is actually his tractor.
Well,
Well, we're calling it the doghouse, or the, I don't know, I forget what they're coming up. They're trying to come up with a name with it, but he wanted it big enough that 2 people can comfortably get in it and hunt out of it, and it's going to be about 10 foot off the ground. So we got to set some 6x6s and hoist everything up there and reassemble it like a Lincoln log house. But yeah, it Tower of Power. Yeah. But he's got a bet with one of the guys he hunts with down there. Who's going to be able to stay in the stand the longest this year? My brother said he's taking sandwiches and coffee. He'll stay there all night if he has to. So, but yeah, that's the plan for the weekend. Hopefully we can get post set on Friday and start assembling it Friday afternoon, and then finish it up Saturday, possibly Sunday morning, and then be back here. Be done. Uh, you know, actually, Taco Cat, he's looking at getting one of those Mr. Heat Buddy things. That it has a little fold up thing on it. You can set a little coffee pot on. So Yeah. You know, I told him just get one of those new wave inverter power station things. You know, you can get a little electric heater and put in there. Oh yeah. But I told him I wanted to build it good enough because when I finally decided I've had enough and I'm gonna go off grid and become the mountain man that I always want to be. That's where I'm gonna live.
Got a creek down here. You can make all the moonshine ones.
Hey, Nate, there ain't no need for no Gatorade bottles, buddy. It's out in the middle of the woods and it's got a little 3x3 porch that you walk up the steps on. Just step out there and
Yeah, I was fixing to say just put your little box over in the corner with no bottom in it and go to town.
I'm like I said, just step out on the porch, man.
Outhouse.
Yeah.
And he's actually enclosing the bottom, so when he goes to go hunting, he can pull a side by side right in underneath, and it'll be out of the weather and out of the sight. So yeah, you have a first and a second floor. If I'm living down there off grid, they'll get used to me. It'll be all right. Animals like me. And well, I went tractor pulling yesterday, and on my way home, we actually got out of there a little early. I got out of there a little bit after 11 instead of midnight. But I counted. Well, when I stopped counting deer, I was at 17. Oh, I pee around your stand all the time, Nate. Every time I'm down there, buddy, I hose it down like a fire hose, man.
It's not gonna hurt yours there, Nate, because you're in a swamp. All you got to worry about is not attracting alligators.
Precisely.
Just tell Ed if the water is green, don't drink it.
Well, Nate's got that guard gator going back to his stand. He showed it on one of his shorts. There ain't gonna be nobody back in there besides him. He feeds that sucker. But yeah, so being I'm going to be around, hopefully I'll be home Sunday evening to do the live stream. But I'm working on getting videos done so I can, because we're planning on packing trailers Wednesday and leaving Thursday. So I got to have everything done, uploaded, set to go. So it'll be good to go.
Yeah, the deer down here has gotten real smart. All the bucks, I seen them gathered up down there smoking cigarettes down there side the drug house and in the city limits, so nobody can't get them up here. So I mean,
how you doing, Willie? Well, even the bow season up here started last weekend, I believe. Even last night on my way home, the deer were just standing alongside the road. They weren't, like skittish and running away and all that kind of stuff. There's one fairly decent sized little town I drive through. I seen them, 1 o'clock in the morning. I seen them crossing the road and going up and eating grass right next to the police station.
yeah,
Hi, Rail.
Hey, Rail. That was seriously though. There was about 5 for 6, probably 8 to 10 pointers right down at the bottom of the mountain, which is in the city limits, so you can't shoot them. So they're all hanging out. They're all just they sit down there laughing at the hunters after they come off the hill here. So.
Because you can't shoot them within so many feet of a house.
Yeah, you can't shoot them down there in the.
But apparently they know that now.
can't shoot them in the city limits down there. So
Ooh. Sorry about that, Willie. But I'm glad it's you, not me. But yeah. Oh, and if Mr. Briggs comes in tonight, I'm gonna take him up on his offer. He said he might buy. He ought to buy that bus as long as I call it the Briggs bus. I will put a sign on the side of it, each side, front or two sides in the back, saying this vehicle was graciously donated by Mr. Briggs to the Purebred channel. So yeah, so I'll take him up on that offer. He buys it, I'll do that. So because it would be really nice to have this coming weekend. I could actually camp in it while we're down there. I mean, we got a nice house and stuff to stay in, but ain't nothing like your own stuff. So, but yeah, we're gonna load my trailer. Yeah, my little 10-footer, his 14 or 16 foot, and a buddy of his has a 12-foot. That he has a 12-foot too. They're identical trailers. Just his buddy's is in a little better shape and more trustworthy to take that far of a trip away. So we're gonna load those three up, and I'm gonna haul the stuff down. I'm gonna haul like the 8-foot 2x4s and some sheeting, generator, all that kind of stuff. Put the bigger stuff on the bigger trailers. But
They get us serious.
Serious about what?
about
What?
hunting, I reckon she's talking
Moving
about
off the land. So we live right here in National Forest. We go up and come here.
Oh yeah, my brother is a huge hunter. I mean, he's slowed down a little bit in the last few years, but
Tyler got 19 point buck.
he's serious about hunting, deer hunting.
Just put down Bass Pro in Charlotte.
I keep telling him he ought to make videos. People would watch them. I mean, hunting and outdoor videos get all kinds of stuff, all kinds of views in that, but I'm just not set up to do it. He is. He's got all the hunting gear and the hunting land and fishing and boats and all that kind of stuff. I'm more of a gearhead.
Well, no time you can go out and move out on Little Creek and miss a squirrel.
Nah.
I think it's everybody's dream.
20, 30 years ago, I probably would have done it. I'm too old to cut firewood and stuff now. I would be that Indian word for can't hunt. Vegetarian. or vegan. So, but yeah, we had a really good night last night at the polls. Fairly decent turnout. Got to see a guy break an axle. That was interesting. And he actually drove the tractor away. That's the good kind of hunting, Rail.
Well, I mean, that's all we had to do was walk out on the back porch and fire. But I mean,
They'll walk up to you.
these doggone deer around here, they walk up to you.
That's even better. Get a crossbow and.
Well, they need to be thinned out. I'll just
Actually, they do need to be thinned out right here.
we got too many.
But
They found some with that chronic wasting.
the last deer I got was a roadkill. I didn't hit it. Somebody else did. and it literally just broke its neck. There was no internal damage, wasn't no broken ribs, you know, uh, no big blood pools. I mean, it was a small one. I could literally grab all four legs and threw it in the back of my truck. But it was some good eating, and it was an in-town deer too.
Uptown deer. That's the best kind.
Rare was wearing his slippers. Awesome. I like that. Oh yeah, sit out there in your sweatpants and a cup of coffee and cap one, man. But yeah, it had just gotten hit as we were starting work, and I went up and checked it out, and I'm like, this thing's neck's just broke. They must have just hit its head. Uh, so we grabbed it up. I called my brother. I called the cops. The cops come down, gave me a paper for I could have it, and yeah, he took it right away and gutted it, skinned it, and we cut it up that night. And I had some deer in my freezer. That's been 8 years ago or so.
You up there where you can get them at the rail? You should be able to.
Yeah, an elk would be cool to shoot, and a moose would be cool to shoot. I wouldn't want to drag a moose out of the woods, but I think a moose would be cool to shoot.
Well, you seen that daggum little truck that Rail's building. I mean, he's got the perfect little outfit to go over there to drag him out with.
Yeah. But I mean, I've got lots of deer that cross by my place, but usually at night. But I won't hunt them around here close to my house, just because they were for such a long time there were no deer in this area, and I don't want to try to you know eliminate them all.
Only hunting manatee. Oh, I bet that can get expensive there, Nate. Hunting manatee.
Manatee and sea turtle.
Jail for that shit.
That's what I say. Hunting manatee and sea turtles will get you 3 hots in a cot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like them guys killed them eagles up and those bear up in West Virginia.
No, I've never skinned a penguin.
They found them in jail for a long time.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, a moose and an elk would be very cool. Like I said, I don't have a problem with hunting. I'm just not a big hunter. I'd like just to see them in the wild. Of course, moose from a distance. I don't want to get up close and personal with no moose.
I did once, and that's all I want is to get close to them.
Oh, awesome, Willie. I'm going to flip it. He's going to put the Buick up for sale. But yeah, I've seen videos and heard horror stories about people having encounters with moose. Or meese. Which is it? Is it moose? Mooses? Mises?
Moose.
Okay.
I had one encounter in Maine, and that was enough for me.
Well, I've seen the aftermath of both semis and cars hitting them.
Well, I was in a cab over, so I'd have been the first one that seen the accident.
Yeah. That's the bad part about hitting one with a car. They come through the windshield.
Yeah.
They stand tall enough that they go underneath.
Well, there was a guy here that when deer got in his truck, he came through the windshield.
Wow.
I've seen them where they've gotten into buildings and just like totally destroy stuff.
Well, I seen it tear up the inside of a semi truck where it fell off the cliff, and all of a sudden I seen the driver bail out, and the truck was just riding down the road by itself because that deer there was tearing him up.
Well,
He hit the brakes. It finally come to rolled up against the side Jersey barrier there on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, I think it was. And it was up on 180, and the truck finally just wrecked out to where it was stuck up again.
Well, when I worked at the truck garage, on the one end or one side, they had a public truck wash where they'd come in and people would have the guys wash their trucks and stuff. Excuse me. They had a guy come in one night, and I had to go over and actually talk to the guy. He hit a deer, but it went under the truck and got tangled up.
Oh God!
And he wanted it washed out. I'm like, yeah, you can get underneath there and cut it out. We'll wash the remnants away, but we're not pulling that thing out of there. And he's like, can I park out back? We're like, no, you cannot park out back. You can go over to the truck stop and do that shit. Put it in their dumpster. You're not leaving a nasty ass rotten deer carcass in the back of my lot. And there was a little truck there, not a little truck stop. There was a truck stop right down the street, and he left and come back about 4 hours later, and he's like, "Is there any place else you can park trucks?" I'm like, "Not that I know, not around here. There's a shopping mall up around the corner." I said, "You might be able to get in their lot." Yeah, I pulled in there and backed in, and I was going to get underneath there, and I started pulling on it, and a couple guys bitched, and somebody come out and told me I had to leave.
Why didn't he tie a rope around it so he can pull it?
So they didn't want him pulling that thing out in their parking lot either.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. They're tanks. Oh, you're absolutely right, Nate. Okay, a herd of moose, or mooses, multiple mooses, multiple moose. So, but yeah, that I would like I said, I'd like to see moose in the Mises. I'd like to see a moose in the wild, and not like I said, from a distance. Same thing with I've seen a bear, but way, way, way far off. I mean, it was just a spot.
We got one climbing on our back porch one night.
See, I'd be putting like honey and stuff out there. Let him come back. There you go, buddy.
That video's on your YouTube with that. He wasn't afraid of us, see?
No, that's the problem with a lot of the national parks and stuff. They don't have a natural instinct fear of man anymore.
And we're back right up on national forest anyway. So
we've seen everybody in the year.
I mean, I even seen a trash panda the other day out in the daytime, sitting out there smoking him a doobie. I mean, right on the street corner in town.
Right on, Lisa. That's what I'm thinking. Or a murder of crows. Moose needs something. The moose is on the loose. But and I would absolutely love to go see the polar bears. What is it? Prince George Harbor or something like that? They where they cross at. Put in the booster, 64. Noise. That's a good idea there, Willie. I see where you're coming from.
We have a doe that has twins and triplets every year.
But well, Mark and Sandy had that little deer that used to come up to them and that on their property. His mom and stepdad let some people up in there to hunt on their, not on Mark's property, but on their property that they're side by side. And they think that the guys that went up in there killed her.
Want some chicken?
I haven't seen any wild turkeys around my place. They're there. I can hear them, but I haven't seen any of them. Scott, what's up? How you doing?
Well, we had a whole flock of them come through here one day. But down on the they stay more down on the creek around here because we were riding the ATVs down on the creek one day, and one like to knock the lace off of hers. I don't even think she even seen it, but it come flying out the wood right between us.
Like that blue racer snake.
But yeah, the polar bears, the ones I want to go, would really love to go see. They take you out in them big monster 4x4 school buses, and they come right up to the bus and stuff. And hell, when they stand up, they can still look in the window.
What part of North Carolina are you in, Taco Cat?
Awesome. That's one way to get it hauled up.
Okay, cool, bro, Taco Cat. We're in Virginia, right up right near where I-81 and I-77 cross, in Pulaski, Virginia.
Where's he at?
He's just above Charlotte.
Oh.
Charlotte's Web.
Down from Statesville.
So, Ralph said the turkeys will wander right in the shop if he's not watching.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Thanksgiving dinner, baby. Interesting side note. I think it was Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey to be our national bird instead of the eagle. I think I heard that once in a history class or something.
Millie would like to announce the first kill.
So,
a funny rabbit.
Excuse me. Well,
Where'd she go?
I don't know if I'm still coughing up sawdust from the other day or what, but yeah, last night at the tractor pulls, I was saying that got to see a guy break an axle, which was interesting. And first round, dummy me, I backed the tractor off the trailer. And I usually don't start it up to back it off, but I did last night. And when I got it off the trailer and turned around, I shut it off like normal, like you normally do. But I didn't shut my fuel lever off, the valve, and I think we got flooded a little bit, and it would not run worth a crap trying to get it off the line until it cleared up good. And I should have just dropped the hook and came back, but I kept it. I got third place by like just a foot or two, and I should have went a lot further. But then second round, it was just me and another guy, so it was he's got the National Quarter Scale tractor, so I knew he would like way out pull me. So I'm like, I'm gonna put it in third gear and see what we can do in third gear. Yeah, third and second are right side by side, or third and first are right side by side, and the pin that holds it in gear crosses both positions. Well, I stuck it in gear, put the pin in. It was running beautiful, tacked it up, let off the clutch, down the track we start going, and then things revving, but I'm not really going nowhere. I'm like, what the heck is the clutch? What's wrong now? Is the clutch slipping or what? I get 3/4 way down the track. Yeah, we put her in first gear instead of third gear.
Well, you just want to do 10 minutes of fame there, Ed.
Yeah. but my second pull was 25 foot longer than my first one.
Well, that's just. I mean, you just wanted to get there. You got there slower, and then it chugged along a little farther. So.
Yeah. So, but I mean, we all had a good laugh at it because the one guy's like, man, he goes, that thing was screaming, and he goes, but you weren't going nowhere. I said, yeah. I said, I realized that when I looked down and the tires weren't spinning. You know? So I'm like, okay, whatever. We had a little laugh about it. And I checked my fuel storage, fuel whatever. I've got enough fuel left for approximately one more pull, 2 hooks. But I talked to the one guy down there that runs methanol too, and I told him what was going on. He's like, oh, I don't blame you. You know, methanol doesn't store real well once you open it. Hey, Renegade, how you doing?
Hey,
So he said if I need it, he said, let him know. He'll give me enough. He'll give me a gallon or two. So, sorry, sleeper, be clean truck. Yeah, that sounds like a really nice truck. So, but and Briggs, I'll take you up on your offer. You said you'd buy one of those buses if I'd put it on there, you know, Briggs bus or whatever. I'll do you one better. On each side and in the back, I'll put a plaque on there or a painted thing that says, this vehicle graciously donated by Mr. Briggs. There you go, buddy.
Might even get Briggs for the tag number.
I don't know about that. I had another vanity plate in mind. Oh, I'm sure they are, Briggs. They love their uncle. So, but so yeah. All right, Scott. Awesome. But yeah. So nothing other eventful happened at they had the Italian sausages again at the pools. My favorites. It's really good when you go at the end of the night because they're trying to clean stuff out. I bought 2 sandwiches because Italian sausage with peppers and onions. Each sandwich actually had 2 sausages on it, and barely enough room for any peppers and onions. So I ate one and wrapped the other one up and ate it on the way home. Exactly. You're fun to be around. That's why they like you. And my daughter come the other day. She cleaned up my kitchen and everything. She's just been working her butt off. That's why I haven't seen her. So she's actually going to watch the house for me while I'm gone. So awesome. Which I don't. It doesn't bother me any because if you want to break in and steal the junk I got, more power to you. You know. So, but yeah, but um, we really didn't talk about her health. I mean, she's doing good. Um, I don't. I think everything's under control now. Uh, so, and I actually didn't get to see her in person because, like I said, I've been helping my brother in the evenings, and she happened to come the one day that I was there till after 8 o'clock or right around 8 o'clock. Uh, and she told me she left me a little mini banana bread in the fridge, and about I don't know 5:30 or 6 o'clock she texted me, and I didn't have my phone on me; it was in my truck. Wanted to know how I liked it, and I didn't answer. Then she messaged again a little bit later. She goes, "Well, I'll take it you didn't like it because you haven't met." Then I finally messaged her. Right before I left my brother's house. I'm like, "I'm sorry, I haven't been home yet." So I went right from work to my brother's. So, and Tuesday night we got to go pick lumber up at the Lowe's. So I'm gonna meet him there after work, and then we're gonna take it to his house, take the stuff that comes off of that trailer, put it on the other trailer that's there, and then uh, we'll be ready to actually load everything up Wednesday. So I got to finish editing video tomorrow night. I got to get my truck cleaned up and cleaned out tomorrow night. Well, I can do it some after Tuesday after we're done with the wood and stuff too, but I got a lot to do in a short period of time. So, but it'll be a fun adventure. I might try to video some of it, make some shorts. Being I didn't video any building the place, maybe I'll just set a camera up and get the comedy of errors of us installing it. All right, Scott, I'll check it after I get off work or after I get off the live stream. So, but yeah, we'll like I said, maybe I'll make some shorts up because it should be interesting. Three guys and my brother's wife. We're going to be hoisting that stuff up. But I mean, we've got pulleys and ropes and. Ow. All right, Scott, I'll look at it whenever, like I said, as soon as I get off this live stream here. But we do have the winch for the side by side and stuff we can use for muscle, and this is actually not our first go around with this. Years ago, we built a 4x8 one, set it up, put it up on stilts and everything, basically the same way in pieces, and it went fairly well. But we were like 20 years younger too. But then he lost the hunting property, so we went down and got it, cut it off the posts, put it on a trailer, and I think we even took the posts too, just to be assholes. And then reinstalled it at another property, but we had a telehandler to do that.
Well, just make sure you eat a bunch of beans before you get in there with him, Ed.
Nope.
Eat you a bunch of beans and cabbage or something other, and eggs, boiled eggs.
But he is running one of those stand-on skid steer little things. I don't know what they call them. It looks like a skid steer, but you stand on it. It's got forks. It's got a bucket. It's got an auger attachment. So that'll make it easier digging the holes and stuff. And we're thinking it lifts at least 4 feet. So that'll be a little bit of, help to where it don't have to lift it quite as high. At least you can get under it. So, but it'll, like I said, it'll definitely be an adventure. You know, like I said, the last time we did it, we were probably in our mid 30s, late 20s, early 30s, somewhere right in there. Less than 75,000 on the odometer. Ooh, Ford. I really want the Chevy Express. I don't. I'm not a big Ford fan. I can fix the Chevys on the side of the road if I have to. I don't know anything about the Fords. I know all the ins and outs of the Expresses. So, but yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the to this adventure. You know, change of pace. You know, get out in the woods early October. Um, I you know get to smell the forest, see the leaves changing. The only thing is I'm gonna have to miss the there's a festival just south of me called the Algonquin Mill Festival, and they got steam power stuff there too. It's actually a steam mill that they grind. You know, they do milling. Uh, we're gonna be south. We're gonna be down south doing this building because it's next weekend, and I won't get to go this year, which I missed it last year too. But it was rainy. I think it was rainy last year, so um, when I see it, I'll like it. It's a gas. Like I said, I'm still not a Ford fan, man. I know nothing about them, so I would be flying blind if anything went wrong with it out on the road. Billy, settle down now.
Like to tell them what her first kill was last night?
Yeah. She went out there and caught her a bunny last night. She thinks she's hot stuff today. I mean,
Bunny Slayer.
I finally have proof that we have a spirit in our house because I got a video of Millie last night watching it. Did you watch it? You can tell it. It's so freaking cool.
No, animals are very attuned to that stuff. So.
Oh yeah, she's literally sitting there watching it, and I'm like, is there a bug or something over there? You turn a flashlight on, and a bug will come to it. Well, nothing came to it, but she was watching it. She was zeroed in on it for about 2 minutes. Oh, and then we have Alice's toy up here. No batteries in it, but that thing will just randomly go off only at night. Right there. Yeah. That's the only time it goes off. Never in the daytime.
Yeah.
But we also got a graveyard in the backyard too.
Yeah, the graveyard too.
Well, I had a friend that had cats, and every once in a while you'd see their cats sitting there, and it looked like they were getting petted. You know, they'd be like, you know, throwing their head up, and it's like, you know, and they didn't believe in the spirits and stuff, and they're like, look at those crazy cats, you know.
Well, Darryl had his first experience with the spirit. He didn't believe in spirits until he came here. And then Jesse made his appearance one night, and I'm talking away. He's like, who are you talking to? I said, Jesse. And then about that time, he smelled it. I said, say hi to Jesse. And he said, hey, Jesse. But
he's smoking a daggum cigar. I mean, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, the smell of a cigar comes through the house.
Yep.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
But you talking about cigars? My brother went to him and his wife, and I guess some other people went to a restaurant one night, and the waitress talked his wife into getting a apple cider beer. My brother said it was like drinking an old stale cigar.
Yeah. I was fixing to say that combination sounded like it'd make you sick every year. after a couple, if you drunk a few of them, you'd be
Yeah.
worshiping the porcelain god for a while.
Well, Seth, I've been wanting to try like the Angry Orchard apple and them, and half the people I talk to say, oh no, it tastes just like apple and blah blah blah. You can't even taste the beer. And other people are like, no, it tastes like beer and apple juice mixed. And I'm like, ugh,
Ew,
you know.
yuck. That's nasty.
Oh, well, now y'all gonna want me. I'm gonna have to go find me some apple pie moonshine. Y'all keep talking about this, talking about apples now. I mean,
now we're talking. Now we're talking.
We got that apple with moonshine at one time from Amanda. Remember, that was good stuff. Since you in your seat.
Yeah, Delisa. My ex-wife, when I first met her, she was renting a house, and it was a small dog that lived in her house, and you would feel it literally jump up on the bed, and it would lay down at the foot of the bed, and you could actually feel it. Like the sheets would get tight.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think this is Alice. She still wasn't ready to go. She wasn't. We had to put her down, but she wasn't ready to go. So I think she's her because sometime in the morning, sometimes when I oversleep, she like to just lay in the bedroom in there with up against the window and looking out the front yard, and sometimes I can still hear
She'll take her snout to the front.
She'll take her and wag her tail, and it sounded like I woke up one morning and thought, what the world's in this bedroom? And I would just tap 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 on the wall.
Yeah. And then she'll hit you with her nose.
Well, my ex's ex-wife's house that she lived in when I met her, there was also a little girl, and you could hear her running up and down the hallway. I didn't see her, but before we got together, my ex was in her bedroom, and her daughter's room was down the hall, and she kept hearing something, and she hollered at her and said, hey, what are you doing? And her daughter poked her head out. I'm in here playing, Mommy. What? Why? She thought she was running up and down the hallway. So,
well, yeah. And another night.
This don't make you. If you're not a believer, this will.
When Delisa's daddy, his little garage is built right up against the fence of the graveyard down there.
And the first 5 veterans right there.
And he would listen to country music. Well, every time we went down there, I'd go down there. It was that radio. There was a turn dial little radio he had in there.
It wasn't electronic.
It wasn't electronics or anything like that. It was just a dial radio.
Like an old crystal radio.
Yeah, and
he turn it with your hand.
And every time we went in there, the doggone thing would be sitting there playing bluegrass, the old timey bluegrass music. It did change it. It would change. I mean,
well, y'all were sitting down there.
It was changing. I mean, you had to turn it a good quarter of a turn on the knob to get to the bluegrass station. So them daggone people back there in that graveyard was having them a hoedown, I reckon, every weekend.
Well, y'all were down there a few times when it happened. When it changed.
Yeah.
Hey, Second Chance, how you doing?
Hey, Second Chance.
I love stuff like that.
That's fine, Second Chance. Believe or not believe, yeah. I know a lot of people that don't believe in stuff like that. So.
Oh, come to this house, I'll make you a believer.
Yeah. Oh, we got there's a casket down on the creek down there that floated up that nobody knows where it come from.
Yeah. And you can't, by state law, you can't open it. Tell Ed I'll send him a picture of it.
All right, I'll look, like I said, after I got the live stream. There you go, renegade. Yeah, I've lived in 2 or 3 houses that had uh, visitors, I guess you call it. Um, and then when I was real young, 11, 12, 13, something like that, we lived, or we had a cabin by a lake, and water is a very good conductor. Uh, and of course, I didn't know what the hell was going on at that point in time, and there was things down there that you know like to pop out from around trees and stuff like that. So yeah, and I've lived in houses uh, uh, that had stuff, be standing there, like at the sink or something like that, and all of a sudden the hair stands up on the back of your neck, and your arms get all goosebumped for no apparent reason, and feel feel things brush up against you, uh, see things out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
Well, matter of fact, the house again, the house that my ex-wife lived in when we met, it was like fully loaded. There was a door that went to the basement that had one of the little hook latches on it. You could be walking through the dining room. That's where the door was at. Actually went down under the steps going upstairs. You could just be plainly walking through that dining room, and you'd hear that latch click. When you unhook it, like that little, it kind of dangles, and that door would swing. That door would swing wide open, not just open a little bit. It would come all the way open, and it would stay shut if you just pushed it shut. The latch was on there for the kids, so the kids wouldn't, because the steps weren't the best. That's why the latch was on there. There's Casper is smarter though. Exactly. Yep. Yep. People hang around.
That's who that Jessie is that Lisa was talking about earlier. She had to she tore his house down whenever she put this trailer in.
Oh, the mirror.
And
I had his mirror hanging up and shit was going crazy.
I mean, she had his shaving mirror and all that stuff hanging up in here, and he was visiting regularly.
And his son gave me that mirror. But I had it hanging and we had freaky stuff.
But yeah, there was something in the basement of her house that, what, not that I knew, it wasn't like malicious or anything, but every once in a while it liked to kick that little hook latch off and swing the door open. I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to go down there. No, that probably doesn't help.
Well, that's kind of our thing there, Scott. We got a graveyard right in our backyard too.
Literally.
Now I rented a house that had a graveyard right next door, and we never had anything really happen in the house. But if I went out like on the back porch to smoke or whatever, you could tell you were being watched.
Yeah, there's one grave back there that's from the Confederate soldier, and he'll come up and wave at you every now and then because you walk back there in that graveyard and his bones is laying on top of the ground. So
because he's weird and had a couple. Something about the Tapley Mays Memorial when they went around and shoot. That was the eeriest thing I've ever experienced in my life. Something about that Tapley Mays.
Yeah, I've never experienced anything like really malicious.
No, I never malicious.
But we weren't alone that day. There was a lot of people, remember? You could just feel it.
And Scott, I know what I'm talking about with the old story about the black dog. I have actually seen the black dog a few times.
Now when my ex lived here, there was something, I think it was attached to her, in our basement. Uh, and it hung around a little bit after she left, but not very long. Um, and yeah, I haven't had any issues with it. You know, um, it used to like to like run up behind you, you know, and there was something outside my house from the day we moved in until even after my ex left. Same thing. It would uh, like rush you, front or back, didn't matter. Uh, just, yep, she's on repeat.
Well,
Wayne, hi Wayne.
my Wayne.
uh, it wasn't off limits. Uh, During the daytime, daylight hours, it was perfectly fine. It wasn't real happy if you went down after dark, after sunset. Um, it wouldn't do anything to you, but it was always like right there, right near. Well, not. It would never get in your face. It'd be always like right behind you, pressing you to get done, like because the laundry was down there. That's one reason I moved my laundry up stairs. But yeah, and so we had an agreement after the ex left. We had an agreement that that's it. You can stay down there. I'll do my thing during the day, and you just stay down there. Don't come up here. And now, I mean, I haven't tried going down after dark or anything to uh, uh, to see if it's still there. But I don't hear anything down there. I don't feel anything because a lot of times it'd be like right on the inside of the basement door after dark. If I was upstairs doing stuff, like waiting, come on in, let's play, but yeah, I don't feel it anymore, don't hear it, so I'm assuming it moved on and hopefully went and found her because I don't want to say I don't want to say it didn't like her, but it was always her it was geared towards, you know. Yeah.
If they don't believe in spirits, they can come here. We'll prove them wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely creepier in the dark, but like I said, the thing that was outside my house, um, it wasn't human. It was more of an energy thing, like a what do they call them? Oh, I can't think what they call them.
Orb.
Orb.
No, it's a nature spirit. Basically, it's created by energy of nature, not of human.
Apparition.
And most of the time, they're helpful and everything.
Poltergeist.
No, poltergeists are malicious, or not malicious, but mischievous.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I can't think of what they're called. But
well, we was back when we first started our channel. We went out looking at Confederate graveyards around here, and I had one follow me around the whole graveyard.
You can see it on the film. You can see it too in the video.
I mean, it literally, you can see the little round spot floating around right behind me on the camera.
Yeah, let's pray you don't have a rat again, Lisa. take the spirit over the rat. So
yeah.
So all right, y'all. It's been my hour. I'm tired. appreciate y'all hanging out and having a nice little I don't want to say off topic discussion, but I mean interesting. So love y'all, and we will catch you all hopefully next week if we get our work done, because I actually took Monday off too. So, uh, uh, so hopefully I'll be home Sunday evening. We can do a live stream. If not, I'll make a post on the page and let everybody know. So, all right.
Good night, everybody.
Yep.
Glad y'all got to catch me this week.
Everyone stay safe with this weather.